Prime questions for Noah Fifita. We'll start with Justin.
In your opinion, how much progress has the offense made over the last 18 practices?
I think we made a lot of progress from the beginning of fall camp, but if you really look back how far we've come from spring ball and throughout the summer, I think we've come a long way. The guys are buying in. The guys believe. The belief in our building, especially on our side of the ball, is real right now, and you give a lot of credit to Coach Daggy and the coaching staff for that. So we're not where we want to be. We're not where we need to be, but really excited about how far we've come.
To be in the same offense with these receivers, seems like every other day was a new guy. How does that benefit the offense for you guys?
Yeah, we've been talking about our receiver room kind of all offseason long, and we talk about the depth, we talk about the skill set of all of our guys, and I think it reigned true throughout this entire fall camp. Like you said, different guys have shown up at different points of camp, and it's just so exciting because we have that depth, we have that kind of explosiveness all around our wide receiver room, and excited to see them be able to go against a different team the upcoming 2 weeks.
Michael and then Troy.
One of the guys that Coach Davey said has made the most progress since spring is Trey Spivey. What are the areas where you have seen him grow the most?
Yeah, Spive in my opinion, he has something. He has like a generational talent in a sense because of his size, but more importantly, his body control and his competitiveness. So you saw glimpses of it throughout the spring, throughout the summer, and you kind of knew once he got settled in with the playbook and he stopped thinking so much, you're going to see big strides, and you kind of saw him take those strides throughout this fall camp. Unfortunately, Chris Hunter went down for a little bit of camp, but that gives you the opportunity for Trey Spivey to step in, and he did a fantastic job winning his one-on-ones. And like I said, as you see him kind of get more comfortable in the offense, get more comfortable in the scheme, you see that skill set start to take over. So he's playing extremely confident right now, and he's a weapon for us.
Troy and then David.
One of the things that Brendan and the coaching staff talked about wanting to add to this group was speed during the offseason. So just your thoughts this whole entire training camp from the speed side of things, what have you seen out there?
I think if you look back at our numbers during the summer, you give a lot of Coach Carroll and the strength staff a lot of credit because our team in general is super fast, and obviously Coach B and them did a great job recruiting these guys. But I think if you look at our receiver room and on our offense, you have guys like Javen Watley, Gio Richardson he's a speedster as well, and you just kind of Isaiah. Obviously, if we talk about speed, you got to throw Isaiah Mizell in the conversation. So you got guys, our top 5 to 10 in our receiver room can all run. And I think that's what makes it such a big of a threat. You have guys that can run by you. You have guys that can run great routes and attack the ball in the air. So that receiver room is impressive.
And then a guy like DeCamera, just his growth from spring to now, and how that relationship is going, just seeing him progress so far in training camp.
Yeah, KD, that's one of my best friends on the team for sure. We hang out a lot off the field. We've been able to build a great connection since he's got here, and he's always had the swagger, he's always had the confidence, and he's always had the kind of the work ethic and the physical mentality since he's got here. But you've seen him get more confident in the offense, and we've kind of Coach Degg and them kind of thrown him into a leadership role, and I think that's a little new for him. So he's definitely taken that and running with it. He's kind of the leader of the front right now, leader of the offense. So he's legit.
David and then Brian.
Obviously, this is a new offense. How would you categorize how comfortable you and this offense are with what Seth is asking you to do? You feel like you have total grasp of it? Is there still things you guys are trying to work through to figure out?
Yeah, I think there's always stuff we can improve on. There's always things that we got to get better at. We're not where we need to be, and we're not content. But at the end of the day, there's a comfortability and kind of a belief in this offense and in what Coach Deggy believes in, what he says, and in his system. So we feel real comfortable. We feel like we have all the pieces that we need, and we feel like his scheme matches us perfectly. And then at the end of the day, Coach Deggy he's fantastic because his scheme is second to none, but he allows us to have a lot of input, and we get to say a lot of things that we're comfortable in and kind of have that open conversation.
You went against the Ones defense for a large portion of this camp. What really stood out to you about the way that they approached it?
Yeah, our defense is going to be so good. Man, it was tough to game plan against them. It was tough to watch film and just kind of figure out tells to get what coverage and where blitzes are coming from. Coach Danny G, he's special. He's a great mind, and it was cool to see him and Coach Deggy kind of playing that chess game all fall camp. But if you look at the scheme and the success Coach G's had everywhere he's been, New Mexico, San Diego State, even at the team up north, he's been great everywhere he's went, and he has pieces on that side side that's going to make things hard for every offense we play. I think Genesis Smith is going to be the best player on every field he steps on. I think Dalton Johnson, Traden Stukes, Marquise Groves, Killebrew, all of these guys. Michael Dansby made huge steps. And then you look at the front, all of the stunts, all of the things they do up front that makes it hard for IDs, it makes it hard for the offensive line. That defense is going to be a problem.
Justin and Michael.
How have you evolved as a runner in Seth Davies' offense?
Yeah, I think Coach Degg has he has more kind of drawn up runs for me than I've had probably in the past. It's still not too much, but I know that his offense, I feel like his offense fits me perfectly, and that's because he has things that kind of gets me in space and allows me to use my legs a little bit. And he's definitely kind of challenged me in that area to use it and to think of my legs as a weapon when I need to. I'll always be a pass first guy. I feel like that's my job. We have so many weapons on offense that if I get the ball in their hands, they're able to do things better than I am, but with the ball in their hands. But I definitely want to be more of a threat, and when they allow me to run, I'll use them.
Can you tell us about your connection with Auntie Benji and what she's done for the football program and her foundation coming up?
Yeah, Auntie Benji's awesome. I'm glad you asked that. She's starting her nonprofit organization, the Lenu'u Legacy Foundation, and it's just kind of a platform, and it gives Polynesian athletes all over the place, all over the world, an ability to, it creates opportunities for us. It gives us support. So she's been amazing. From the moment we got into Tucson, she's kind of been like our Tucson mother in a sense. She'll feed all of the Polynesian boys. Whenever we feel homesick, she'll bring cookies or brownies to us. And that's the root of our culture. The root of our culture is family and love. And Auntie Benji shows us that when we're away from home.
Michael and Jason.
Your former teammate Jaden was here tonight. You got to greet him. There he's playing in the IFL championship game on Saturday. How would you describe how your relationship developed with him? At one point, you were his backup, and then he was your backup.
Yeah, I think our relationship, from my perspective at least, has always been great. He's always been a big brother to me. He's always been a mentor for me. When I was his backup, and then when I was playing, he was right there behind me, helping me every step of the way. So that's my boy, man. That's my brother. I love that guy, and he helped me in so many ways the 2023 season, and we've continued that kind of relationship. Obviously, we don't talk as much as we used to, with us both having to do our own things, but I'm so happy for him to see him doing his thing in the IFL. Kind of been following it, been waiting for him. Kind of had it checked on my calendar, the 23rd, him coming back for the championship, and now we have the mock game, so I won't be able to show up. But it was nice to see him tonight, and I'm excited for him.
Jason and Justin.
Obviously, the offense is significantly different than last year. For people who don't know about it or haven't seen it, what do you think will surprise them about this year's offense?
I think they'll be surprised at how fast we play. We play at an extremely high tempo, and Coach Deggy's always pushing the envelope on tempo, and I think they'll see explosiveness. We have guys all over the field that can take the top off at any second, so it's going to be real exciting. And then I think they'll see a mentality. One of Coach Deggy's core values, his standards for our offense, is to choose violence. And Coach G kind of said it this week that that's not normal for an offensive coordinator to value. So that's definitely something that we're looking forward to bringing into action.
The last question with Justin.
How was it going out and seeing the Zona Zoo out there?
It was great. It was great to see the Zona Zoo. It was great to see the students. It's definitely nice. We love Tucson, but I would be lying if I said it's not nice to see some life coming back to the city, especially the school, with students coming back. Got to talk to the students a little bit today, seeing students start to move in and stuff. And then, obviously, we have so much support from the band and from the Pride of Arizona. They do such a great job. You hear them day in and day out, all the way until 9 o'clock at night, practicing on Bear Down Field. So that's why they're one of the best in the country. And I believe Zona Zoo is one of the best student sections in the country. So we know they're going to do their job on Saturday nights. We got to do ours.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank y'all.